just want to say, man, I really think Gohan, he's been out for over a year now, right? He came out like a year early, dude. If he came out now, he would be busted. And he would fit the theme for what they're doing for the next couple of months, most likely. But I just want to say I felt disgusting. I'm disappointed in myself for this team, okay? It felt so bad to use this team in PvP. And I want to say this really quickly, and then we'll explain what we're doing and hop into gameplay. And if you skip ahead, shame on you. No shame, just messing. Anyways, so I typically don't do these videos with fun teams or fun ideas for people to go out and try it. Obviously, I don't care if people do. That's not the goal, though. I want to show you some stuff that I thought was cool, and if you want to try it, good for you. But this one, I actually want to see people's results. I want to see people try this. No, this is not a Z-tier team, but you're probably going to catch some people off guard, and the reason why is because you have all of that strike ceiling. Really, you can run whoever you want in the third slot, but Majin Buu and Goku together is just too much. So Goku I have as the #1 character in the game. If you have him at number 2 or 3, I don't really care. What's good for you. I personally am going to have him as #1, and one of the reasons why is because this constant strike ceiling whenever he's versus an enemy. So unlike Gohan, who only does it when the enemy is switched, or when the enemy switches versus Gohan, Majin Buu does it where he enters the battlefield as opposed to the other way around. Goku just does it just outright anytime he's faced an enemy for whatever reason, right? So the thing about that is, if you kill a character and the next character is forced in, this Goku is going to instantly seal their strikes. Crazy. If he enters for whatever reason, he can stop a combo. It'll just, it'll just be done. Majin Buu can stop a combo too. Gohan kind of not the same thing because they have to switch mid-combo with Gohan being out there. But anyways, speaking of switch, Majin Buu also does a no switch as well when he enters the battlefield. So you have like a lot of utility between these three, not just the strike ceiling, but a lot of utility. And then last but not least, like I said, Gohan came out early, but he does have those green cards that Goku can use. He'll help generate those. He also does have a buff mechanic whenever he's hit for Sun Family. Again, if he came out today, you would imagine this would buff Universe Survival, which is unfortunate. Maybe he gets a Zenkai though, who knows? I've seen stranger things happen, I guess. Anyways, so yeah, that's the idea here. And I really liked having Frieza on the team because Frieza also did do the extra blast damage for Universe Survival, which Majin Buu would get for being in the leader slot. And then the other two characters are both ranged characters, and they're Universe Survival Saga because this is Tournament of Power Gohan. So it is what it is, man. Yeah, like I said, a lot of fun. But I felt really dirty using it because you just know from the opponent's perspective, they just can't really do much. Now, it doesn't have, this is why I say it's not a Z-tier team, and we'll wrap up. It doesn't have those mechanics that truly break the game. Again, you have the best character in the game, in my opinion, but you don't have endurance, you don't have revival, and these are things that are going to really be annoying to play against. You don't have rising rush control, really, so you've got to be aggressive. But with the constant strike ceiling, you have a lot of combo starting potential with all those tackles, and I never ever tackle, but you'll see me tackle a lot in this video. Anyways, guys, here is match number 1, and if you guys enjoyed the content, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I want to say on behalf of Frieza, he is so powerful. He is definitely putting the Saiyan race into extinction. So for every like we get on the video, that'll be 1 Saiyan saved. All right, guys, here we go. Match number 1 coming your way. All right, so this will be a tough one. We have a Zenkai 7 Goku on the bench for that Gogeta to get the extra 40 or 35% splits for stats on him. So we start with the tackle here. We do not get the priority, unfortunately, and it turns into a perfect for the opponent. He is still strike sealed, but he does have the presence of mind to go for the blast and get the combo going. So that was probably a bad decision because Majin Buu was doing just fine, and he would have been a nice wall. But I was thinking he would probably go to Vegito sooner than later. Unfortunately, I jumped it down. So unfortunate. Gohan actually tanked that combo pretty well, going down to about 50% even on a full combo from Ultra Gogeta with the Zenkai boost. I consider that to be a win. Gohan also heals a portion of the damage, so again, not bad. Got a transform here. Thankfully, the transformation ended a sidestep, because I think if I didn't transform, he would have got me. It was a really weird exchange, and I remember thinking, like, that was super weird. Anyways, no switch available here. We're going to go ahead and do that, get a free hit. We're going to switch it again. If I had done that maybe just a beat slower, Vegito might have dropped in. I'm not sure about how much time was left on the no switch, but I was hoping he would go to Vegito. But it's okay. We get the full combo. We get going. By the way, I don't have to worry about strike seals there, obviously, because I didn't have any. But if you wanted to put Oob on this team instead of Fat Buu, I guess, on the leader slot, you could do that as well. Or I guess technically you could put Gohan, take Gohan off, excuse me. Not sure why I didn't get that vanish there. I must have swiped a second late when I pulled the gauge with Goku. But it is what it is. Gohan is forced to throw into a rush, so bad sequence of events. So either way, though, what's going to happen here is we'll have a free tackle again because he'll be stuck. I mean, technically it's not free. He could draw the name, now that I think about it. But outside of characters drawing ultimates, it's pretty much free. So I played him for it. I played him for the ultimate. He didn't go for it. Instead, I got the stop clock on the sidestep. We go ahead and null all covers. So we are good to go here. This is a free reign for me. I'm using those strikes up just before Oob can enter the battlefield as well, so they're not a problem. No switch, drop the ult, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and get a non-stop, or unstoppable, excuse me, rush on his best character here. And that's where Majin Buu, again, outside of the strike ceiling, has an incredibly powerful mechanic in the no switch, to where it's extremely free. He couldn't do anything about that except guess me, which thankfully he didn't. We go for a tackle here, and we don't land, but it's okay because we're just kind of neutral. I lose the priority there, but we are good because I did get his vanish, which is all I really wanted to do there. So at this point, my thought process is Vegito is a problem because he does have the anti-regen. Got really lucky there. Really lucky there. Healed a lot, by the way. Majin Buu healed up 1.8 million or whatever, or 1.2 million, whatever the number was. He healed a lot. I'm trying to get him to like do the same thing he did earlier. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. But yeah, I was thinking Vegito's a problem because obviously Vegito just rips Majin Buu to pieces. And I guess that's true to the form, right? To the series. So that's what I'm thinking about. So I'm just trying to match this up. The problem is, again, using the strikes early for Oob. The problem is that Oob is still here, right? That's the problem. So I need to find a way to get rid of Oob. He still has the endurance. So Goku is really going to shine through here. This actually drops accidentally. I just didn't have enough key. I was one key off, but I got it. That was very lucky. Very happy it went through. I have a very good gauge. Very good gauge right now. But for whatever reason right there, I just swiped late. I'm not sure why. But it's not a big deal because Oob isn't doing much damage and Vegito's not a threat. I decided to let him take this hit because he's going to heal up again shortly. And this will get me down to about 45, 50%. Yeah, right in that range, about 40%. Try to go for priority. He's going to try to go for the kill. I waited him out, thankfully, because if I don't get that, I probably lose Goku. It might have been close, but it would have been a big deal. I have these greens here. This is where, at this point, it's no longer about strike ceiling, right? At this point, it's no longer about strike ceiling. This is about Goku asserting his dominance, and I'm not trying to say this in a jokey way. Asserting his dominance as a top character in this game because of the way he can snowball. So he's got incredible last man standing potential as well because of the way his kit works, the vantage gauge, blah, blah. But like he started snowballing like crazy there, which really opened up a lot of possibilities for me. So I did get that, thankfully, and that is a long animation, as so many people have told me so many times in the video, so I go quickly on that. I don't let it go to waste, and we're going back to Goku here. That strike seal was not a problem. I'm going to tackle here. Oh, no tackle. Okay, I read a tackle. He tried to counter me with the tackle. I read the tackle with the blast. Smart play. But yeah, Goku snowballed, man. So this is a very quick match. That is just a like 6-star Zamasu and like a 7 or 8-star Red Goku, so nothing crazy. Admittedly, he did pull the Kaioken twice, so there's that. But otherwise, very low star. But this match is going to just be a match showcasing Strike Seal. So there it is from the opponent's perspective. I was not watching for it. So this match is going to be just kind of seeing the utility. So I go for the tackle there. Going to go ahead and keep going here. I drop combo, and unfortunately nothing happened. I thought he would switch out. There was a Strike Seal there, so it might have stopped a combo. We do get those buffs whenever Gohan gets hit with anything, so he and Goku are getting those constant buffs to do more damage, obviously. Go in that green, get another damage buff. We do miss it. There's a strike seal there. Unfortunately, I did not take advantage. That was a very good single tap, by the way. I did not take advantage, but if I had, I would have got him for sure there. So yeah, basically you're seeing there's another strike seal. Goku's not the only one that can do it. I do go for the quick tackle while he was still sealed for that last little bit. Gonna go ahead and switch here. The Goku would have technically sealed any strikes I had, but I didn't have any. Instead, we did go ahead and seal both of his, but it didn't really matter because, you know, we were in the offensive side of things. We do one combo, that's Zamasu. Another tackle because those are free when they switch out because, again, that tackle, strike seal is happening. Was a little bit late with the drift there, so didn't really do anything. He has a disadvantage here. When he switches, he does get the strike sealed again. Whether it was dumb luck or not, I'm not sure, but either way, he was able to keep the combo going. I'll give him credit for it, obviously. I did another strike seal. It might have stopped his combo and made him drop combo there, or he got that blast at the last second trying to play around the possible strike seal that I gave him at the last second there. But obviously at this point, he can't really do much. And losing this guy in this fashion, yeah. So anyways, that was just a match showing the utility. So I wasn't so sure about this one. I mean, he has good stars in those characters. He's got a couple Legends Limited. This team almost looks like he stopped playing the game between, like, right after, like, January. Or I don't know. Like, these characters came out during the 2-year anniversary. You know, like, basically, they're all really old, except for, and Gohan is old at this point, too, except for Trunks, right? And obviously he has the Zenkai boost on Zamasu, so I'm not really sure what to expect. But he does have the ability to still be a problem. I mean, at least 2 of those characters, and probably really as many as 4 of them, can be a threat in a match. So I wasn't sure what to expect, seeing that Goku and Vegeta mainly in the middle, but we'll see what happens. I will say I was a bit surprised that Trunks wasn't here, because I think he's so powerful you still have to bring him. But Majin Buu's no switch probably really turned the opponent off. Unfortunately, this one I played it like I typically would, which would be to start by creating space. When again, the smart play, because he drifted out too, the smart play would have been to go for a tackle, because he probably either gets hit or tries to evade, right? And that's fine too. So that's why I say, like, with all these characters being so free, you just don't want to lead with Gohan. But like, can Gohan do it from the jump because you're both entering? No, that's not a switch. Anyways, either way, the other 2 being fine as leaders, it's okay, right? So anyways, we get the no switch there. Going to go ahead and switch to Goku here. That's unrestricted. I do have the no switch available now. I'm going to drop here. He didn't go for it, though. So we're going to go ahead and, by the way, I said no switch. I meant to say the null switch. Okay. Stalling. Gohan. Gonna go for the green. I was gonna save it post transformation, but I went for the heal first, especially because you do get another one to fill it in. Go for the tackle. He goes for that. I get a buff, but this is a great distance closer. Nothing he can really do about this. He's stuck. Gonna get my Dragon Balls. I'm good to go. So in this match, Gohan has already done more than he did in the previous matches altogether. Blue did respectable damage. Not bad at all. Okay, we got him with the sidestep. Gonna save that blast for combo extension. There we go. And he has the strike cover, so like he's kind of just stuck. Not that they matter anymore at this point anyway. Destroying my card was very relevant though, but nothing really mattered at this point. He will be switching, saving that Goku. So let me just talk about that red Goku. Very old character. I believe I did a video with him like maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. And he did okay. Like you can really see the flaws in his kit by today's standards. But he fell off really quickly in the meta because Vegito Blue's dominance. But he is designed to be a very strong last man standing character. I believe he gets Vanish Gauge Restoration on the blue card, things like that. So he could, in theory, be a character you'd want to keep in this match, especially because he has advantage over Kaioken. In theory, he's a good character for this match. Look at all the buffs he got on entry there. He did get the stop clock, but again, this really kind of didn't matter to me at this point. Good damage. 3 strikes did that much damage. My God. That did a lot of damage, admittedly. So he got a crap ton of buffs. But that didn't really matter to me, right? Because Gohan and Majin Buu should be able to finish this match. Especially since that's an old character. Look how little damage I did there, by the way. So very good for that Goku. Gonna go ahead and get the defenses up for Majin Buu. Sustained cut. But at this point, I'm looking for a perfect. I get it. We're gonna go to Gohan for the combo extension. I do have the extra green that I can draw with main. But that Goku's not even taking damage here, by the way. So like, I'm thinking in my head like, the damage isn't great, but I still have this as a winnable match. Unfortunately, I didn't have any cards here to keep going, but now we're seeing Gohan do a little more because he does do better blast damage, especially with Freeze on the bench. I got the Vanish. We're good to go. So I like this one because Gohan did a lot of work. Like, he did at least half the work in that match. So I played a total of 4 matches with this team, and this one is the final one. So again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have enjoyed thus far. We are versus Goku on Fusions. Easily one of the better teams, I'd say. Although I have seen the sentiment that the team is probably better with Oob on Fusions as their yellow. Let me know what you guys think about that, because Oob has a ton of utility, right? The endurance and stuff. That kind of like lagged. It was kind of weird. But if I had known it was lagging, I would not have went for that green there. I would have just did a regular swipe and I would have got it. But oh well. So he gets the first combo. There's the strike seal for me. Again, Gohan doesn't seal his strikes there the same way Majin Buu would have. he needs to switch versus Gohan, which there's no reason for him to do unless he wants the type advantage. That's why I did it as a temptation to switch to Gogeta, which he did there. Unfortunately, when he did it, I wasn't looking for it anymore. So that's where those exchanges where you both get stuck and you're both sidestepping, those are actually really common with characters like this Gohan and Goku, and, you know, not really Majin Buu as much because he's got a different version of the effect. But, like, what happens is you're both kind of just stuck because neither of you was expecting that to happen. And that's my fault because as the Gohan user, I should have been watching that. Gonna click the main so they can't cover, and that opens up a lot for me. I figured he'd probably be switching there, that's why I did it from the jump. I didn't want to drop combo either. I took the safe route and decided I was going to charge my gauge up. I'm even doing the strike charge thing that I really hate doing, but you almost have to do it on characters like Goku. And I guess to an extent, Cell too, the LF Cell. Because that gauge, it's too powerful not to get the value out of. And it's hard to get the full value unless you actually do the strike charge too. So my Goku is snowballing, as you would imagine, because I got that full combo. I think he could have had a longer combo with Goku earlier, but he got greedy, I think, at the end. Okay, so I can lock his right there. I really like Majin Buu because he's in a position where, like, in that switch, he took away the switch to Vegito, right? And he locked the strikes, which all probably forced the opponent to draw the main, right? Like, you got to think about it from the opponent's perspective. That was insane utility that Majin Buu had. And it was only for a moment because I switched him right back out. But it was insane utility. Throw Gohan in there as temptation again. He didn't actually bite. I get the stop clock and the sidestep. That's a lot right there. We're good. So we get the drop combo because it was obvious as hell he was switching there. And now that's found money because he can't really do much about this. I have 2 greens in my hand. Really, I'm hoping to myself, please just give me a blast card. I really want to blast. But I think at this point he's scared to go to Vegito, obviously, as you would imagine. Looking for a blast, is not getting it. Yeah, I think he's pretty scared to go to Vegeta. Drop combo there. He did go, but for whatever reason, I didn't go for it. For whatever reason, I didn't complete the drop combo. I just went for taps. Got the sub side step. Strike sealed again. There's a rush, and that is that's probably a GG. Obviously, his team's better than mine. You know, by a lot, I'd guess. But you know, we're in a good position. I go for that. He was expecting me to sidestep, so that was kind of lucky on my part, but I'll take it. We're going to go here. There's the no switch again. Could have rushed, but I saw that the strike would do enough damage here because Majin Buu strikes do better than his blasts, and we are good to go. Oh, baby. Feels real good to land that stop clock tackle rush. You can only get those at, like, the very beginning of that tackle animation, otherwise they can evade it. But got him there. Okay. Tap shot. He's got a nearly full gauge, 3/4. Strike seal. I'll go for a blast here this time. Okay. I'm going to go for a sub side step. No sub side step. Apparently I'm wrong on that. I think current DFree really wanted to see that, but past DFree is not going for it. We'll tackle here, right? See, now it's starting to get laggy a little bit. Yeah, there's a tackle. Okay, so the idea from this point on is to just protect Goku. I'm already thinking in my head my opponent's already, like, mostly to a second range. I love the fact this is a long-range arts card, by the way. It means that he couldn't really do anything about it. Well, I guess a blast armor card would work too, but you get the point. So yeah, like, in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, like, all I have to do is protect Goku from the second rush, and this is a done deal. He got me there. So Goku's clearly here, right? And I'm thinking I could totally go to Goku and maybe get a knockback. But the problem with that is, again, I'm pretty sure he's building to a second rush. So I'm going to probably try to, and I waited for the ultimate, probably going to try to bait that out with one of the other characters and just throw them out there to eat that rush. And that'll be a done deal. Because the thing about the rush is that's his last resort. That's the only way he wins this match is with a rush at this point. Because look at how much damage he's doing to Goku. Nothing else matters at this point. I don't have to switch here yet because Goku's tanking just fine. And this one's pretty much found. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So Majin Buu enters. If he dies, that's fine. My opponent doesn't have an ultimate. He actually got guess, which is probably better for him because he got his gauge back. But that's a GG. So I want to say that, like, The team was disgusting to use, like I said, because obviously I probably can't even really do it justice with post. But if you watch, you can see the way that the team had the utility to constantly be aggressive. And that's a lot more aggressive than I typically like to try to play. I like to try to play a little more passively, and that's just me. But you really do have the freedom to play that way. But what I will say is you have to be careful, because if you start getting predictable, that could lead to an issue. And in that match with the Vegito, I think the last one where I went the blast at the very end, that was because, and obviously I said like future DFree wanted something else past DFree, and the recording didn't do that. But that was because in the moment I thought I was being predictable. So the counter to being predictable there was to go for the quick blast, because he had no option but to clash me on that if he didn't want to vanish it. So like things like that are available to the opponent, basically. But nonetheless, like I said, let me know if you guys tested out how the team goes for you. Obviously I didn't play the craziest competition in this video, so just if you're higher ranked than me, let me know. I really just don't have the time to push anymore, and I know I understand for some of you guys it's not an excuse, but I can't. I just don't have the ability. I can't even sit and play this game for a couple hours a day anymore. I just can't. Anyways, so nonetheless though, hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys next time. By the way, have some chalky milk.